Imagine you are 53 years old. You've spent most of your career flying a desk. You aren't a commando, you aren't a sniper. You're a grandfather who loves golf and roses. And right now, you are floating down into the middle of the largest enemy invasion of the entire Vietnam War. This is Lieutenant Colonel Ishel Hambleton. Call sign, BAT-21 Bravo. He has just been shot down behind enemy lines. But Hambleton isn't just any pilot. He carries top-secret knowledge of America's ballistic missile fleet and electronic warfare codes in his head. If the North Vietnamese capture him, they don't just get a prisoner. They get the keys to the Strategic Air Command. For the next 11 days, the U.S. Air Force will throw everything they have into the meat grinder to get him back. Men will die, machines will burn, and when the high-tech might of the American military fails, the only thing left to save him will be a Navy SEAL, a wooden boat, and a game of golf. It starts on Easter Sunday. The North Vietnamese Army has launched the Easter Offensive, a massive conventional invasion involving 30,000 troops and hundreds of Soviet tanks. Hambleton is flying on an EB-66, jamming enemy radar to protect a B-52 strike. But the NVA has moved their SAM batteries south. The EB-66 was hit by a surface-to-air missile. Hambleton was on priority eject and managed to get out. 5 others did not. He lands uninjured, but he's smack in the middle of the enemy advance near the Cam Lo River. He immediately radios for help.
I'm in a world of hurt down here. They're all around me.
The Air Force response is instant. Get him out, at any cost. But the Air Force doesn't realize that the rules of the war have just changed. This isn't a guerrilla fight anymore. This is conventional warfare, and the rescue helicopters are flying straight into a wall of steel. The first attempt is a disaster. An Army Huey, Blue Ghost 39, tries to punch through the cloud deck. They are swatted out of the sky by 37mm anti-aircraft guns. 3 men are killed instantly. The 4th is captured. But Hambleton is too valuable to leave, so the Air Force doubles down. The next day, a forward air controller, call sign, Nail 38, is shot down trying to protect Hambleton. Now there are 2 Americans hiding in the jungle, miles apart. The rescue mission is spiraling out of control. Then comes the breaking point. April 6th, Jolly Green 67, 6 brave men on board, all killed in seconds. In just a few days, the U.S. military has lost 5 aircraft and 11 lives trying to save 1 man. The hard truth settles in. You cannot fly a helicopter into the teeth of an invasion force. The standard rescue is called off. Hambleton is on his own. Hambleton is starving. He's eating corn and drinking muddy water from banana leaves. He's 53, losing weight rapidly, and surrounded. The NVA are listening to his radio. If the rescuers tell him to move east, the enemy will be waiting. They need a code, an unbreakable code that only Hambleton would understand. They remember, Hambleton is a golf fanatic. He knows the Tucson National Golf Club in Arizona by heart.
BAT-21, this is Bilk. You're going to play 18 holes? You're going to get in the Suwannee and make like Esther Williams. The round starts on number 1 at Tucson National.
What have you guys been smoking up there?
It sounds insane, but Hambleton cracks it. Hole number 1 at Tucson, 408 yards, par 4, running southeast. Translation, move 400 meters southeast. Esther Williams was a famous swimmer. The Suwannee meant the river. Translation, get to the river and swim. For 5 days, the colonel plays the deadliest round of golf in history. He navigates minefields and enemy patrols, playing through the jungle until he finally reaches the banks of the Cam Lo River. He is exhausted. He has lost 45 pounds, but he is at the water. Now, someone has to go in and get him. Enter the SEALs. Lieutenant Thomas Norris has already gone in once to get the other pilot, Mark Clark, and brought him back alive. Now he's going back for Hambleton. The rest of his team refuses to go. The mission is suicide. Only 1 man steps forward, South Vietnamese Petty Officer Nguyen Van Kiet. They paddle miles deep into enemy territory. They find Hambleton, barely alive. They hide the colonel under a pile of banana leaves in the bottom of the boat and turn back downstream. But the sun is coming up. The fog is lifting. On April 13th, after 11.5 days, BAT-21 was safe. When the rescue team and Hamilton arrived at Dong Ha, a reporter commented to Norris, "It must have been tough out there. I bet you wouldn't do that again." Norris replied, "An American was down in enemy territory. Of course I'd do it again." Hollywood made a movie about it with Gene Hackman and Danny Glover, but the movie got it wrong. It wasn't a pilot in a Cessna who saved him, it was a Navy SEAL on the ground. Tom Norris was awarded the Medal of Honor. Nguyen Van Kiet was awarded the Navy Cross, the only South Vietnamese sailor to receive that honor in the entire war. But the cost was staggering. To save one man who knew too much, 11 Americans died. Helicopters, jets, and millions of dollars in equipment were destroyed. It was the largest, longest, and most complex rescue mission of the Vietnam War, a testament to the creed, "Leave no man behind."